Okay, so it's time to take a quiz over all of this information. So the first question is, how much coal does a typical American use per year? And so to answer this one, I would not expect you to know this for the exam, but I would expect you to be able to read a chart. So that if I was to give you a chart that looks like this, then you could find, for example, coal on there, and you would see that it's close to 8,000 pounds of coal per year per person. And so that is going to be closest to C, 10,000 pounds. Okay, question number 2. What percentage of the United States energy comes from nuclear power? And so again, there was a chart that I showed you, and it was about 11%. Question number 3, how much of the world's energy does the United States consume? So in order to be able to answer that one, we had, wait for it, this one. Okay, so this one you could find the United States color on that, and then you could see what percentage of all of the energy that's being used up is due to the United States, and you would find it's around 25%. Number 4, what types of organisms is the source of oil? And so it's going to be basically microscopic plants and animals that lived in the ocean, and then as they died, their carcasses began to be deposited on the ocean floor, and then they got covered up, and then they got squished together to make oil. Number 5, which source of energy does the world have the most supplies of? And the answer is uranium. So we have a lot of uranium that has the potential to be a lot of energy. Number 6, which of the following types of energy is renewable? Okay, and that's going to be hydroelectric. So as long as you've got water behind the dam, you're going to be okay as far as being able to generate electrical energy. Those other ones, eventually we're going to run out of natural gas, we're going to run out of coal. Now as far as the nuclear, I guess I should have said which kind of nuclear, nuclear fission or nuclear fusion. So if it was nuclear fission, eventually we are going to run out of uranium. If it's nuclear fusion, yes, we eventually would run out of water, but that would be essentially a long, long time. So if it's nuclear fusion, we've got plenty of water to be able to fuse it. Okay, number 7, which of the following types of energy is polluting? Okay, natural gas definitely gives off carbon dioxide. Nuclear could be nuclear waste. Again, if it's nuclear fission. Coal, yes, that's going to give off carbon dioxide. But what about hydroelectric? Well, it does produce hot water, and so that hot water, when it gets back into the river, that could cause some environmental damage. So I would say actually, depending on what kind of pollution that you're talking about, all of those could be polluting. Number 8, which of the following resources does the United States have to import? So for this one, you would need to go back to this chart, if you could read it, and it turns out that it's going to be molybdenum. Okay, number 9, name a metallic ore. So an example of that would be galena. So galena is lead sulfide. And then name a non-metallic ore and what it's used for. So that could be gravel. And so gravel is used to make concrete with, and it's also used as a bed to put roads and asphalt on top of. So that's it for today. And so I hope that you will come back and learn another lesson about geology. Until then, goodbye.